How's it going, guys? Cabo here, and today we're going to be talking about two different topics. The first one is the new Vengeance DLC map pack that has come out for Black Ops 2 and the importance of grinding with your team. First of all, we're going to be starting off with the new DLC that has come out, and in my opinion, it's a really solid DLC. The zombies map is really cool. It has some really cool Easter eggs. The map layout is it's nice. It's actually pretty hard to play, to be honest. Like, I've played it, and the highest I made it to I think was round 24 with 4 people. It's a pretty cool zombies map, and the 4 online maps are not too bad. This one is Detour, and I'm pretty sure this is 50 and 13 gameplay. I can't remember, somewhere around there. But just the way the map is laid out and the way it looks, I think they did a really good job with it. The colors, the vibrations, just everything looks good. In my opinion, it looks good. There will be another DLC gameplay coming up this week, so stay tuned for that, guys. I don't know how this kid didn't kill me there, but let's see, there's 4 different online maps. There's the Detour, which is this one. There's the island one, I can't remember what the name of it is. There's the Uplink, which is the remake of Summit from Black Ops 1, which they did a really good job with. In my opinion, that's like my favorite map out of this DLC, and the reasons to that is because Summit was like one of my favorite maps from Black Ops 1, and it's just the way they changed it. Well, they didn't change the layout of the map, but they changed the skin of it, and in my opinion, I think they did a really good job of that. I'm proud of what this game has come to be, and the way that the competitive scene and everything has turning out to be. Now, guys, yesterday I was watching one of Nate Shot's videos, and he said that, in his opinion, it would be a good idea to bring the new DLCs into the competitive scene because it would keep the viewers fresh, or the interest fresh. Like, it does get old. He said that it does get old watching the same old game types and the same old maps all throughout a whole MLG season, and I don't know how this kid doesn't kill me here again. But he said that it does get boring watching the same thing over and over again for more than one major league gaming event. So, like, in my opinion, I think that's a cool idea. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind if they bring the DLCs in, but as long as it's like a good solid DLC map. For example, Uplink, that was one of the top maps in Black Ops 1, especially in the competitive scene. Like, it was used for domination and CTF, and it played out really well. So I wouldn't mind if they use a map like that, or if they just made the DLC maps play out more competitively than more publicly, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, for example, Uplink, I can see it not be used as a competitive map because it's more of like the spawns of it are weird, and it's just, I don't know, it doesn't look or it doesn't play out to be like a competitive map should play out to be. And there's just a big difference between those types of maps. So, like, if for example they added Uplink to like the competitive playlist, I think that wouldn't be such a bad addition, because for CTF it already plays out smoothly. For domination it plays out smoothly, but there's no domination in competitive play now because of Hardpoint. But I haven't actually played Hardpoint on Uplink yet, so I'm gonna try and see how that turns out. And hopefully, if it does play out, maybe all the pros will decide, or the pro community will decide to bring in the new DLCs into the game, which would kind of be good in a way, because in my opinion, I think it would bring more viewers. It would keep the game more fresh. It wouldn't be as boring to watch, and it'd just be more interesting to see how the pro teams or the top teams in the game turn out and play out these new maps, which is always cool. Like, for example, at the beginning of every new Call of Duty, like, you're just starting to see how everyone is getting the comfort of the game, how everyone's figuring out the game, how everyone is getting used to the game, which DLCs will kind of bring back if they do add it to the competitive scene. And I just think that'd be great. Now, guys, that's it for the DLC part of this video. the second part of the video is the importance of grinding with your team. Now, like I said, guys, me and my team, we're gonna be going to this land. It's the 27th of this month. It's in my city. There's gonna be a couple teams there. I don't think there's gonna be any pro teams there, but or like really top known teams there. But you know, this is our first land. We're gonna have a really we're not gonna have a good chance of winning. Well, we kind of will, because in my opinion, we're a solid team. We beat a lot of people in league, but okay. Sorry, I'm getting on a rant here. What we're talking about is the importance of grinding with your team. Now, one of our teammates is gone for 10 days because his family's gone on vacation, which is fine. It will still give us like 10 days of practice before the land. But even if, for example, one of your teammates is gone, it's important that you grind the game with the other 3 members of the team, because that will build more chemistry, it will build more practice, you will get more knowledge of the maps, you will just get used to how your teammates play, and you'll be able to develop strategies before your teammate comes back, which is what we're doing right now. We're making sure that we stay on the grind, even though one of our teammates is gone right now, but that doesn't matter. We're not gonna drop him, we're not gonna do anything to him. We're just gonna wait till he comes back, and then he said right when he comes back he'll be on the grind. We'll have 10 days of time to grind the game, and then it's land time. Maybe at the land we'll record some like videos there, some live videos, and then we'll put them up. But yeah, it's really important, guys, because if you don't grind with your team, you won't have the chemistry, you won't have the practice. It's just really hard to go to a LAN event where a lot of people are really good and there's no lag or anything, and everyone has the same connection, so everyone's shots are gonna be almost as equal as everybody's. It's really hard to go on an event and go with no practice, which is kind of hard. I mean, I know Envy did it at COD Champs. Well, they didn't have Poofy was gone for like a week or 2 weeks for a vacation with his family, and they went into COD Champs and they placed second. Now that's really hard to do in my opinion, because not their whole squad was there grinding with them. But to be honest, I really admire them for the way they played at the Champs and for the way they developed during the Champs, because they played solid. Like, they were taking out everybody. They took out Optic, they took out BVV, they took out a lot of top teams in this game right now without having as much practice as many of them did. For example, in my opinion, I think if Envy had the practice that it was required to go into these COD Champs, I think they would have taken the whole thing, because they actually knocked out Impact into the losers bracket in the winners finals match, which is really hard to do, because Impact is like currently right now they're not the #1 team anymore, because at MLG Anaheim Complexity beat them in the finals. But before that, they were undefeated. Like, they have not lost a single land that they have went to, a single major league gaming land that they've been to, which is crazy. Like, that stat is just ridiculous. It's practically won everything, every big MLG event or every big land event that happened during this Call of Duty, which is crazy. Like, that's really hard to do, being that consistent almost through the whole year. There's like 2 more events that are gonna happen, and we'll see who takes those. But yeah, like I said, guys, stay on the grind no matter what. If one of your teammates is gone, don't worry about it. Just keep running with the other 3. Practice makes perfect. And yeah, that's the best advice I can give you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, a favorite. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what you thought of the gameplay also. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Peace.
Securing C. Securing Alpha. Losing B. C secure.